The best modern E-Class. This is actually one of the big Achilles heels of this engine.
What a cream puff.
Oh, don't lie to him. Tell him the truth. Tell him the truth. You don't remember what that is, do you?
No.
I don't want to hurt Paul's feelings.
Yeah, I'm taking that day off.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to DC MotorWerks. On this cold winter day, I have brought you the W211 E-Class. My favorite E-Class, with a little bit of stipulation, it's my favorite modern E-Class because we all love the W123 and 124, the original, the GOATs. But again, the best modern E-Class, and this is arguably the best variant of the W211, and that is because it is a E320 CDI, a 2 model year only car, and the only car in the US to get this engine, the OM 648, one of the legendary inline-six diesels from Mercedes-Benz. And it's sad, we only got it for 2 years and only in one chassis. Of course, the Europeans got many more years and many more variants, but we only get 2. And it is the best one, is the last of the legendary inline-six diesels that went back to the 606 and the 603 and the 617, and if you want to go all the way back, if you're a fan of Mercedes diesels, because they really do have a strong following. Like I said, this is the last, the swan song of the inline-six diesels. It's a little cold today, so we are going to go inside and show you everything about the 211 and that sweet 648. All right, so we are a little warmer now, and again, this is our W211 E320 CDI. So this is part of my car buying habit, and it will be for sale at some point soon. We're still finishing doing some recon work on it. But this one actually had a single owner from 25,000 miles up into the 227,000 it has now. And again, that just goes back to it being one of the best, and people hang on to these forever. And we'll go ahead and put this one in the good old Mercedes service position so that you can get full view of some plastic, because this one is properly covered up. But there you can see the CDI, because these were the first of the common rail diesel engines going into the future from the old mechanical diesels. But there you can see 6 in a row, nice and easy to work on. That is kind of one of the best things about, you know, other than being smooth as a 6-cylinder, even though it is a diesel, straight 6s are inherently a lot smoother. Then it's a 640. Where's Paul? Oh, he's somewhere. It's way better than some 642. Now that you've seen all the plastic, we are going to show you underneath the engine covers here. And it actually is pretty common for people to leave these off. Some people like to hear the diesel clatter. I am one of those, but not everyone feels that way, especially when these were new. The old Mercedes diesels kind of got a reputation, we won't say whether good or bad, but a reputation about being noisy, old, clattery things. So once they got to these more modern diesels, they wanted to do that. So there's insulation under here, and you actually will see these engine covers kind of tie together. So that's why I did it in that fashion. And there's more. So there's insulation under there. And then we'll just kind of keep these together. See, they kind of lock together like that. And under that we have this, which is even more foam insulation. And this is actually one of the big Achilles heels of this engine. There aren't many, but it is kind of the one that everyone talks about and looks for when you're buying one of these. And that's what we call Black Death. And it's not directly caused by this foam, but it is some consequential damage. So what happens, there are copper crush washers at the bottom of each 6 injectors. And they use these tiny little M6 bolts, they're stretch bolts, and little injector hold down forks to hold them down. But the seals will fail over time, or the crush washers, and they'll leak combustion gases and carbon and soot all up along the injector body and along the valve cover, and it will essentially just cover these up, and that heat will also melt this foam. So to correct that, what you have to do is chisel away for hours, mind you, at all the foam and carbon and soot and all the stuff, and then you have to get the injectors out. And it's amazing what I've seen what the lengths people go to try and get these out. I've even seen people go run the engines, so they'll take all the injector hold downs out, and for the ones that are substantially stuck, they will actually just like hold the engine at redline to try and push them out by combustion. And people use slide hammers and stuff, which I have been caught doing that before. It is, again, like I said, not a fun job. But as you can see on this one, I can't really showcase it, but we can throw some pictures up in there because these are in good shape. There are no signs of injector leakage at all. But that's really kind of the Achilles heel of these engines because it causes such a headache to repair. And occasionally with high mileage, you'll need a turbo. And that's kind of about it, honestly. You do your glow plugs every now and again and your fuel filters, normal diesel stuff. You can have issues with like EGR, which is that guy back there. But these are pre-emissions diesels, essentially. I don't know why I'm holding this still, but we'll put that away. Usually with these, I like to leave that out so that if when the injector seals start leaking, that it at least takes that out of the equation, having to chisel out melted foam. So really the only emissions controls on these, the pre-emissions diesels, they had like your EGR, exhaust gas recirculation, and some of them had a catalytic converter like this one. But that's kind of the extent of it. Whereas for the 2007 model year and up is when the SCR and the catalyst reduction stuff started coming out with the AdBlue or diesel exhaust fluid and all the different names that it possesses. But these did not get that. Whereas their next generation, the 642, got all of that stuff, and we'll save that for another video because they are a proper headache. Like I said, this is about as deep as the issues and troublesome goes with the 648. And we can talk more about the W211 side of it because that's it with the 648. That's kind of all there is to it. I'm sure others will have stuff to chime in there, but overall they really are great engines. Great fuel economy. I've been driving this as kind of my daily for the last week or so, and I've been averaging 35-ish miles to the gallon, and that's with a heavy foot because these it's like 370 pound-feet of torque or something like that. And I want to say the original 0 to 60 times were somewhere around just under 7 seconds. It was very similar to an E500 of the time while getting like double the fuel economy. And actually, it is known to even get better fuel economy when you don't have a heavy foot like myself. And I know Andy, wherever he is, he said they had a client in Savannah when he worked there. That the gentleman was very proud that he was getting 50 miles to the gallon on the instrument cluster in his 648. And that's kind of the trend with these, is that people don't sell them. They keep them forever. I know we had a few clients when I was at the dealer, they wouldn't give them up. And they are kind of difficult to find. And that's part of them only being a 2 model year car. But that does remind me of one of the other big faults of the 648, and that is the CDI module, or the engine computer, or whatever you want to call it. They are specific to the US 648 cars, and they are known to fail. So there's actually been a number of these that are bricked, essentially, because you can't get an engine computer for them. Mercedes no longer has them. And like I said, the European ones, while they are more plentiful, do not work with the US cars that we know of. I mean, people are still trying, I'm sure. All right, so we've got this set up on the lift now because we're gonna show you some of the more 211 specific stuff, mainly starting with the SBC, Sensotronic Brake Control. We've talked about it in many of our videos, but this is brake-by-wire, essentially. And it's actually a really cool system. You know, a lot of people hate it because when it fails, it is like Flintstones level braking. It is pretty terrifying. You get like only 20% braking to the front wheels only. Trust me, it's terrifying. But there is a warranty extension from the manufacturer, Mercedes-Benz, for 25 years on these. And it kind of hurts me to feel that these are getting that much older, but it is a nice peace of mind for that. But don't take my word for it. We'll grab old Paul here and see what he has to say about the 648.
What a cream puff.
Oh, don't lie to him. Tell him the truth. Tell him the truth.
Oh, as far as things breaking on them?
No.
Oh.
We're saying how great it is.
Oh, it's a great engine. Yeah, absolutely. The turbo does its thing.
I did talk about their flaws.
Yeah.
Mainly under here.
Yeah. It's great power, great miles per gallon, and they don't really break all that much.
No,
I mean, and the things that do break, they're not that crazy hard to fix.
Unlike its successor, we'll say, you know, you can reach things. It is like accessible and...
Are you implying this is better than a 642?
Yes.
What?
Mercedes named it themselves because 648 is more than 642. It is a progression. It is better. See, they went backwards with the 642.
Yeah.
So even they knew where they went wrong.
Yeah, but that V6 with that sweet 3-liter and all that turbo, oh.
The turbos fail and
It's a cream puff.
do the leaky things. And
Yeah.
all right, we're focused on this one.
Okay, fair enough.
So yeah, we talked about under here, not to be named. We talked about the electronic module that lives over there that likes to brick the entire car.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just a couple things. You know,
Yeah, I mean, you do have EGR issues occasionally.
you can make that go away, right?
Someone could. I mean, just engine mounts, like really though, it's not much.
But they're easy to do.
Yeah.
Engine mounts are what, like 2.7?
Yeah, if that. I guess the injectors, like if they do have a problem, those are pretty expensive, and you can run into a lot of issues.
But look where they are.
Yeah, that's a.
I will say,
a
I don't think
lot.
I've ever had to do a 642 injector.
You know, with the depth that comes out of them from the crush.
It is the death.
And the stretch bolt that's way too long.
Oh, I didn't talk about those. I mentioned them, but yeah. So the stretch bolt, I did say it's M6. So it's a really tiny thread, fine thread, and they're, I don't know, what are they?
Yeah, about that long. Yeah.
So, and they're stretch bolts, but they like to break. And fun fact, the threads for those go into the cooling jackets. So what happens is with all the carbon and soot that we talked about, is that it will ooze into the threads of the hold down bolts. And when you go to put in your new one, it'll blow the bottom out, and you'll have a coolant leak develop from your injector hold down bolt.
Interesting, because you're saying that like you've had some experience with that.
I've been deep in the 648 life, yeah.
Yeah, I do remember you having a good time with that one.
To the point that I strayed away from them for a while, but they are still wonderful. They are a wonderful.
I do wonder what this would be with, say, a .9 behind it. It'd probably be a pretty stout little.
That is happening. The guy I sold mine to, the other one, the white one, he is actually working on putting a .9 behind.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah, I'll have to bring it down. I'd love to take that for a ride.
Because the .6, as wonderful as it is, it's the 5-speed automatic transmission. It can take all the torque and abuse, but it is kind of old and outdated, and it is an old slush box. And the .9 has a lot taller gearing on the top end, so a little extra fuel economy there for the fuel economy buffs.
Sure.
I haven't heard anyone running bio or anything on these. I don't think they can. It's really tolerant.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that pump would enjoy that. But it is interesting. Yeah, I mean, really, keep cooling in it, keep oiling it. It's happy. It's pretty spectacular.
And on the chassis side, like I said, we got the lift set, so let's go ahead and you want to hit that button over there?
We've done, yeah, EGR issues, injector issues. I've seen
really
a few
the injectors
turbos.
themselves. Yeah, I did mention that, a few turbos. Yeah. What about those guys?
Oh,
It's not engine related, but
no, it's not.
before you go too high, you know. Oh yeah.
There's a bad one for you.
So as with pretty much all Mercedes, the suspension is soft and compliant, but there is a bad side to that, and that is that it wears out. And on pretty much any era of Mercedes any model from this era, they love ball joints and control arms. And one way to check your ball joint, as Paul always said, you just slap it.
All you need is a little bit of noise. It shouldn't make any. I wonder if the left front's worse. That'd be interesting.
You get some that are really bad.
No.
Oh, that one's tight. See, you just need one.
And what is nice is they are serviceable. I mean, it's a pretty inexpensive ball joint. They bolt in.
Oh yeah,
Really
3 bolts and it's done. It is
like 0.4 for labor or something like that. It's really not bad.
it's quite good. Keep going, Paul. Keep going. Stance. No, you did it wrong.
You see around back
That's
there?
wrong. No, there you go. So under the 211, best E-Class ever. Right, Paul? Best E-Class ever?
Whew. 212 does have a 648.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. 642. Yeah.
I don't know. 211's still better in my book. Under here, more of the same. We're doing belly pants too? Okay.
We'll just do the one. You know, take a peek up in there.
Closest tool is the right tool.
Oh, yeah.
Why'd you do that? That one, like the important stuff's under that one.
Well, you get to see the mounts, maybe a slight oil leak from
Whoa,
drain
these
back
don't leak oil. But you do your normal Mercedes stuff, your engine mounts. On 211 specifically, we love the lower ball joints. This one is creaking and squeaking, so we have those on the way for this one.
So you can actually see a little bit of play there.
Oh yeah, look at that. So between play and them squeaking, they tell you they need replaced. Of course, your normal control arm bushings, you can see this one is starting to tear. Your thrust arm bushings, kind of the same situation there. This is a steel sprung 211 though. All of the diesel variants for the US were steel spring, didn't get air suspension, which you know, is a benefit. They still ride arguably almost better than an air suspension
It's
car.
tough. They do ride very nicely.
It is, it is.
What's also great about these is these racks, I've never replaced one in a 211.
No, you're right.
Maybe for an accident, something like that. But like for a 210, I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you how many racks I've had to reseal.
Tie rods, no, you don't even have to do those really.
Seldom, yeah.
And this one, being a straight 6, is simple. One exhaust pipe going out the back with a dual exit, but you know.
That is pretty fat cat there, though.
Yeah, but that's all it gets. See, there's no extra DPF. There's There's no SCR. There's no urea. I mean, it's a 211. They're easy. You just do your suspension.
Yeah.
And that's kind of it, right?
I mean, it really is great. You get the diesel. You get a pretty stout transmission, though it not be a .9, but they really are pretty good transmissions. And then, I mean, it being steel sprung, you don't have any air ride issues. I mean, I guess SBC, but you replace that, yeah, once every, what, 5 years or something?
Not even that. They usually go longer than that. That's kind of it under here. That's the kind of the beauty of the 211 is really the main faults are just suspension wear, which, you know, at 227,000 miles isn't really anything to fuss about.
No.
So, and you'll see these regularly with, you know, 280, 300, you know, they get all the miles. And it is the nice, proper, you know, no cost cutting. You know, they are double wishbone suspension with the 5-link in the rear. They do drive quite nice. And it's still, you know, a nice luxury package. Good stuff, right, Paul? Best one.
Best one.
Didn't you have one of these?
I did,
You had a wagon.
I had two, actually, yeah. Both E500s.
I think I've had 3 or 4 211s at this point.
I never had a sedan, though.
Sedan's better.
Yeah. I mean, I think the ultimate would be a 211 wagon with one of these engines.
Oh, that's an interesting thought. How about 629? You don't remember what that is, do you?
No.
That is the E420 CDI, the V8 diesel.
Oh,
that
yeah.
we did not
Well, it's
get.
because we never got them. That's what I'm.
We
yeah.
barely got these.
Yeah.
I honestly still don't know how we got these, because 211 came out in 03. These came out in 05, and then 06, and that's it.
It's because we never got anything good.
That is, you're not wrong.
I guess that's the one with the injection pump that you could put one of these.
People do adapt
one of those on
injection
these,
pumps
right?
onto these, yeah. These are just kind of like our 606 and our 210. These are known to make all kinds of power. Usually people do what? Big turbo,
Yep.
downpipe, injection pump. Some people send out the injectors too to get like what do they call it? Rehoned?
They call them extrude hone.
There you go.
It's just fancy.
Yeah, it sounds fancy. Beyond that, on the earlier 211s, you had some kind of niggly electrical problems, but really now, it's funny, when these were new, like we kind of hated them. I don't know if you were the same, but I know with Andy, you know, these were brand new at the dealer when he started, and pretty much all of us hated them, but they have really grown on us as, again, one of the best E-classes of all time.
It was always frustrating. You'd pull panels off the engine to just do an oil change, you know? It's a pain in the butt. No one wants to do that.
More insulation for the diesel stuff, so really, once you're off idle, you don't even hear anything.
It is weird it didn't get a diaper like the 642. Isn't that weird?
No, it's not. It means they knew it was better. So the 642, we still need to do a video on the 642. Coming soon, coming soon. I don't want to hurt Paul's feelings.
Yeah, I'm taking that day off.
They actually put a diaper on, we call it a diaper. It's a piece of insulation on the oil pan. But really it's to catch oil. I don't think it's insulation, right? It's just
I think it's to help muffle a little bit, but then also the panels themselves got insulation too. And then even on some of them, they gave panels in front of the drive belt system to make it quieter yet.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah. As I think on the 212s.
Oh, yeah. Once the 212s started rolling around, diesels weren't super common. That's kind of it. 211 is the best. 16-inch wheels, nice, cushy sidewalls. They ride great. You know, the tires aren't expensive. The brakes aren't expensive. I think retail, like dealer price on a set of rotors and pads is like, what are the rotors are like, what, 80 bucks a piece or something, retail? And the pads, I think, are like 60. You know, so they're inexpensive to maintain. They really are a great all-round, everywhere car, to the point that we keep a couple for loaner cars here because we know they will get our clients where they need to go. Not the diesels, we don't want to have any trouble with them putting the wrong fuel in it, because if you're not used to it, that can be a bad day. But normal gas one, great car.
And also, I mean, this compared to a 210, the seating, the seats in this is so much better. Yeah, ride quality, smoothness. They just look great too.
They are good looking.
I saw you over in the right-hand lane mobbing, doing 90 last night with the lights and everything. I was like, that's a sleek car.
It actually has good lighting with someone put like LEDs in it.
Yeah.
But it looks good.
Oh, somebody already did SVC pump once.
Oh yeah.
And it got the quieter. There, was that a muffler or whatever? I never.
Oh, I don't know. I never messed with that. So you don't hear it going, meh.
I think it's to help with the noise, yeah.
So that really covers all of the mechanicals of the 211. And beyond that, it really just is a light year ahead of the predecessor, the 210, in looks, drive quality, the interior. I mean, if you just look, the interior of the 211 is just light years ahead. A lot more sculpted, a nicer place to be, a lot more extensive use of wood trim. And you can see it carries from the driver's door all around the dash and seating position and everything. They really are just meant to be a long-term cruiser, which is why I enjoy them so much. And I have chosen to daily drive this one for the past number of weeks. And I don't know, I may decide to keep it. We'll have to see what Andy says about that. You know, at least for a little while. I don't seem to keep anything long. So these really just are everything that you want from a daily driver car. Good fuel economy, easy to maintain, good power, comfortable, quiet. You know, it is the E-Class. It is meant to do everything properly. And it's funny, everyone wants the AMGs, but I think this really is the one to have. Simple 16-inch wheels, simple everything, you know, no crazy big brakes or suspension or anything like that. It really is the best of the run, especially for a long-term ownership now that this is 20 years old. Kind of, again, hurts to say. I remember when these were new, but they really are that great of a car, and why many of us love the 211, and why you should too. If you're looking for one, this is really one of the special ones to get. I'd kind of say stay away from the 500s, the earlier 500s. Go for a 550 if you want a V8 car. And AMGs are great. You know, it's just be prepared to have the more expensive brakes, tires, suspension, all those kind of things. But if you want the daily driver one, a 08, 09 E350 is kind of cream of the crop if you're not going to get one of the earlier cars. The later cars, the 07 to 09, they got rid of the SBC and went to a conventional braking system. So that is a bit of an upgrade for a lot of people because it gets rid of all of the troublesome acronyms for, so no Airmatic, no SBC. They are super simple. And the way you can tell immediately on a late model car is what we call the pointy bumper. So the late model cars got a pointier bumper, a little more sculpted. And the seats got even better in those. So like I said, my kind of cream of the crop, you know, no reliability or anything in mind and expense is to get a 08, 09 E63. The 09 specifically actually got a update to the command system as well with HD radio and some other niceties. So those are really special, but you really can't go wrong with any of those options for a 211. And like I said, we keep them as loaner cars because they are just that good. And I actually had 3 at one point, but I'm down to 1 because our clients keep asking to buy them from us after they use them as loaner cars. So that's really how good they are. So if you are looking for a mid-size sedan for your daily driver, you want something European, something a little more luxurious, comfortable, but don't want to break the bank, especially with modern cars, the 211 really is hard to beat. The best modern E-Class, we'll say. Look forward to some more E-Class content. And if you like what you see here, like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and we'll see you all very soon.